Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Boog75 from Meletrix that was sent to me by Meletrix themselves for my honest review. This keyboard is an in-stock product starting today, but for the first 3 days, if you order, they include a free wooden wrist rest. Now I personally don't have it here, but it does look very nice on their webpage. This is a pre-built keyboard starting at $219.99, or you can buy the HE module, which we'll get into shortly, for $99.99. This keyboard comes in 2 different colorways and styles. That is the Shockwave colorway, which is what I have, and the induction coil, which is sort of like a Dune-ish colorway with some nice oranges and browns. With that being said, inside the box, it comes in a very nice traveling case. Inside that traveling case, you are greeted with the keyboard and manual, and you are also offered some tools to take apart the keyboard if you want to, and of course a coiled cable as well to go along with it. I will always advocate for straight cables to make a comeback in keyboards, but at least this one isn't as tangled up as most coiled cables are when they come inside the box. It is an aluminum keyboard that features an aluminum plate with gaskets and plate foam, case foam, and of course a PCB. Now the switches they are using are the Gateron KS37B magnetic HE switches, which have an adjustable activation point from 0.1mm all the way to 4mm with an accuracy of 0.1mm. This also has rapid trigger, which is definitely important in a gaming keyboard, and 37% lower power draw for RGB LEDs. Now the keycaps themselves are cherry profile, so you don't have to worry about buying any. They are pretty thick and also are double shot. Other than the features I just mentioned, this keyboard also has RGB settings via their software and macro settings as well. The best part about this software is that it is also web-based, so if you don't want to download anything, you can actually access it via like Google Chrome or anything like that, which I think is a great feature to have. And they do have 3 different software features that are in development as of right now. They have something called DKS, which is 4 different actions on a single key based on key position. Activate 1 up to 4 bindings on 4 different parts of the key press. They have another feature called MT, which is 2 different actions on a single key based press behavior. Tap the key for one action, hold the key for a different action. And lastly, they have TGL, which is a software feature that will lock an action between its on and off state by tapping the key. Activate the normal key behavior by holding down the key. So definitely very unique features that I haven't really seen before, and I'm curious to see how they would actually go into play in your everyday scenarios. Now the development of these features is somewhere around the middle of January, but they haven't really confirmed anything yet, so we just have to wait and see. With all of the features and software all out of the way, let's get into how this keyboard actually performs. So the rapid trigger and the changeable actuation point is definitely noticeable when playing video games, and I mainly play rhythm games whenever I test out keyboards like this, so that is exactly what I did. Put it head to head with my standard keyboard, which is the Cycle 7, and my Boog75HE. Now I have those both on rotation, but it does get quite annoying to have to swap in and out because I personally do not like typing on the Boog75HE. I can say here with this keyboard that the Gateron switches they are using feel great not just for gaming but also for standard typing experiences as well. So that is already a big plus in my book. One thing I will point out about the switches is that I feel like people might not like the fact that the springs on the switches are slightly slower, or I guess heavier, than I would have wanted. Now, after using them, I kind of got used to it, and because of the fact that you can adjust the actuation point, you don't necessarily have to press the key all the way down for it to actuate. So over time, this wasn't a big issue. This keyboard also does perform just as well in gaming as it does in my Wooting, but performs better, obviously, in gaming than my Cycle 7 because I was hitting notes more accurately and I was performing faster or harder songs that I could only really do at a good score on my Boog75HE, and that is exactly the same experience I got here. Something that I do want to point out is the fact that the typing angle is static, like you cannot change it or adjust it, which I know some people might not like. When it comes to the sound department, I do think it sounds pretty deep and thocky, which is common for Meletrix keyboards, and this keyboard does not have PE foam either. So it's kind of just like the standard sound signature that this keyboard provides, which sounds very nice. Here's a quick sound test so you guys can hear how it sounds. Another thing I like about the sound is the fact that it does not have a harsh bottom out at all. Now with that all being said, overall I think this is a very premium experience when it comes to gaming, and I really like this keyboard overall, and I would definitely recommend it if you're in the market. Going back to that module version of this keyboard, you can just buy the module, which is the plate, the PCB, and the switches, and the gaskets, because you can put this into a Zoom 75. So the actual case that they're using is the same as the Zoom 75. So if you just wanted to swap it in and out, you could easily do so, which I think is a great option to have for previous buyers that don't want to have to buy a whole keyboard and can just modify the one they have. With that being said, I'll be leaving a link to this keyboard in the description below, but let me know what you guys thought about the Boog75 in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.